I always feel really contrived.
Yeah.
If you have any
I think it comes down to not valuing other people's opinions more than your own happiness and opportunity. The fact that there are so many millions of people right now that are aware that lives and podcasts and blogs and TikToks can change the course of their lives. Unlike you pre-15, the Birmingham talk, there are plenty of people who just don't even realize that you can go from 0 to 200,000 and happiness, can literally go from 80,000 and unhappy to 200,000 or happy. Or even my favorite one, from 313,000 a year in revenue for themselves, job or business, and unhappy to 196 and super happy, right? They both work, right? Happy is the common bond, not how much you take home. There's millions of people that don't even know that to be true if you go and make content on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. What breaks my heart is more your set. The millions, the hundreds of millions, tens of millions minimally that do know that that can happen, but value other people's random comments over living their best fucking life. It makes me, it drives me, Ben. It drives me. I have a huge thirst for giving back, a huge just need to bring value and conversate and build community and lead. And this is what I've chose to talk about. There's so many things I could be doing, I'm sure, as a human, talking about leading on. It is that we are living in the greatest era of opportunity in the history of mankind. It is called the internet. You are sitting in a fucking car right now, and I'm sitting in New Jersey. We are talking to each other, and 10,000 people are watching. What are you like? Right? Like, could you imagine?
Right. No, I can't.
Brother, listen to me. Like, you have to go into a deep place, and I'm not joking when I say this. Whether it's 50 therapy sessions, whether it's meditation, whether it's playing me on repeat, whether it's working out, whether it's writing things down, whether it's having a very difficult conversation with your mother, father, sister, of like that, or with yourself. You have to figure out how to put zero value in other people's opinions over your happiness. That doesn't mean don't listen to people. I listen to every comment. I take feedback, but the thought of not feeling comfortable in my own skin because somebody might say that you're full of shit or you're not smart or you don't know what you're talking about. I'm trying to eliminate that. The world is stuck in high school.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's the comments from high school that replay in your head of like some dickhead.
You're a nerd, you suck. Exactly.
Yeah.
And
I know that I'm a badass architect and badass, contractor. I can build literally anything.
It's amazing.
And like, it's not like
have you started producing content on LinkedIn?
Not really. I've been honestly just focused on the $180 with
Instagram.
Instagram.
Hey, Ben, I'm telling you right now, today, post either a video or a written post about architecture or building on LinkedIn. The LinkedIn B2B scenario. LinkedIn is like acting like Facebook in 2012. You could have 0 followers. You don't even have to have a LinkedIn account as we sit here today. You go and sign up for one. You go and post because now you can do that in LinkedIn unlike 5 years ago. And you literally post something, a blueprint and a picture of a blueprint and then write about it. I don't give a shit. Talk to them as if you were talking to a friend that was interested in what you had to say. You will be blown away about what's going on in there. Yeah. And I would argue will lead to more business opportunities than Instagram within the first month.
Okay.
All right.
So double down on LinkedIn.
LinkedIn all the way. Go hard. Pictures of blueprints, write stories or thoughts or make a video.
Okay.
And really go deep inside yourself and be like, why the fuck would I give a fuck? Like, to me, here's the thing that helps me. When somebody writes something negative, I feel compassion and sympathy for them, not that they have power over me. For somebody to take the time, if their life is so shitty that they're watching you and then saying you suck, they're hurting inside, just like bullies in fucking high school. They're hurting inside.
Yeah, so I got to get over myself.
You got to get over yourself. You got to get over yourself in a very interesting way. I like that you said that. You got to get over the facade or the way you've tried to paint yourself to the world, right? Because vulnerability is a very powerful ingredient in being able to put yourself out there.
I was almost hesitant to call this morning because
Shit. I'm Dust. I'm losing him.
One of the things I'm sorry.
All right. No worries, brother. Yeah, a little bit better. Go ahead.
So what I typically do is, I put on this fake persona that isn't actually who I am. And
I love you. I love you for having the strength to say that right now on this show. I love you for that. That means
it's true.
Good. And that means you're fucking moments away because you could post for next fucking year and not have this many people watch. So good news. Like now just start telling, you know what I mean? You're set. Like the fact that you can say that on this show right now means you're inches away from going there, you know?
Yeah. But then you said yesterday, the thing that you're best at being is Gary Vee. And I was like,
Yes.
Well, that's my fucking problem right there.
Right. You're not best at being Ben Strout, the real Ben Strout.
The real,
yeah. Well,
who I am.
Listen, you're one post away. You're one post away. Make one video and say, you could do it in one fucking fall swoop. Be like, here's the real me. It'll change your life. I promise you 95% of your inner circle is going to message you on Facebook or on text you and be like, I'm so proud of you. Because what nobody realizes when they're the fake version of themselves is that everybody already knows.
That's the fake version of you.
100%. You're my friends who are watching right now, you're not tricking anybody. You're fucking not tricking anybody. People in your inner circle already know. All right, Ben. Love you, pal. I wish you well. Keep going. Good start. Ben, with some fire. God, I'm proud of him. He's moments away. Good job, Luke Kinsella. Nice little setup you got there. You get a retweet and a follow. I'm your 122nd follower. Annie Freed, good morning. You're getting a follow, too, in North Carolina. Annie, are you on wine text if you drink wine? All right, Sam. Sing go. There we go, my man. I can hear you great.
Awesome. I just wanted to say thank you for taking the time to talk to me, man. Getting a hold of you the last couple of days has been honestly kind of surreal. Just had a lot going on and kind of lost track and not sure where to go from here. So my question is, from watching you kind of remind me of my father with how headstrong you are and your motivation just doesn't stop, man. You're always going.
Thank you.
I don't know how that works.
And gratitude and ambition.
Okay.
You know? When you're grateful for what you've got versus dwelling on what you don't have, it actually gives you energy.
That's always been my biggest problem. Because, my dad is extremely successful, so I never was born without what I wanted.
Understood. Yes.
I don't say that in a rude way.
No. You're saying I'm proud of you for saying that. It's actually hard to say that, so I'm proud of you. Keep going.
Get it. So that whole motivation thing of, well, I've already got it. So,
right. It's hard to be hungry when you're fed.
Yeah. And so,
but the key is for you not to turn that. A lot of kids in your spot right now are turning that into anger towards their parents instead of taking on the accountability that they didn't have to take the money.
Yeah. Because that we do battle a lot. Me and my mom, and my dad, we do battle a ton. And so,
and you battle and how does the battle go down? What's the cliche battle?
Well, I got a few other, I have a couple mental issues going on. So a little bit of ADHD, some depression, anxiety, insomnia, things like that. Yep. So that causes a little bit of extra issues,
I appreciate that. I respect that.
Yeah. So it's, just shit that I'm dealing with.
Of course.
It ends up causing problems, cause problems with the girl and cause problems at home and stuff like that.
Yep.
Extra issues that end up making everybody else a little bit more tense. And so I guess what I'm trying to get is, how do I get that motivation to get that hunger to go figure out something to do when everybody else is kind of ticked off and you're kind of trying to make things less tough, I lost the job I've been trying to get for years due to this coronavirus thing. And now I'm like, shit, where do I go now?
Where you go now is we need to take a big step back and really I think what we need to frame up is happiness. I think, unfortunately, like many people get caught up in financial success.
Yeah, big time.
Bro, Sam, it cannot be the North Star. It can't be the North Star. You've got to probably, how old are you?
23.
You know, reframing what you've been thinking probably for 18 years, you know, and probably 23 years subconsciously is difficult. But, you know, to me, I don't want you just checking the box or, you know, or just like appeasing. I think the thing that you need to spend a lot of time on is thinking about what genuinely would make you happy. You know, and I think that, you know, you can't look at the world through your parents' eyes, society's eyes, your girl's eyes, a therapist's eyes. You've got to really look through the world through your eyes and then be strong enough to over communicate. I think you need to, when one goes through that many things, anger and dwelling and being sad about it manifests and it becomes momentum. When one can start looking at gratitude, like, thank God I'm alive. Thank God I even have a life. When people can go to, like, thank God I'm 23 and I have 80 more years to figure this out. I can figure this out at 33 and have a fucking unbelievable life. All of a sudden the pressure of figuring it out right now goes away, right? When one says, you know, whether your parents say this or not, and obviously I've seen both versions, whether you need to make a lot of money or be successful, somebody can stand on their own 2 feet at $45,000 a year. You just have to have the humility to rent a shitty apartment, right? And not have a beat.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're not interrupting, please.
I think the coolest thing about my parents is even though with all the success that he's had, he's never pushed it on us to, you got to be just as successful as me. You got to do this.
That's awesome.
I want you to do what you want to do that makes you happy.
That's huge, brother. Do you believe him?
Yeah. 100%.
That's huge. Do you know how lucky you
moved out of the house at 15 to go to boarding school and halfway across the country because he wanted to. Yep. So, I mean, he's there. It's just I feel like I'm the one that's not giving it back.
Yeah, that's good. That's good that you understand that. So what you, like, I need to figure out what your ideology is. See, what people don't, you know, to me, you know, I think a lot about, like, people's religion. Like, my religion is the Jets, right? Like, the one place that I am not rational, this is silly, but true. I see it, you know, is the Jets. I am not thinking rationally at a Jets game. I physically want to, I punched a Dolphins fan only 10 years ago. I like bumped a 12-year-old wearing a Brady jersey, literally checked him into cocky terms into a fence. This is things I've done. I curse old men out of the stadium. I get into fights. Like, the people with the coats in the stands come in my section almost all the time. I'm completely inappropriate. I have no conscience. I'm not myself. Now, a lot of people are like that about religion. A lot of people, especially now, are like that about politics. There is no rational conversation with me about Patriot fans, about Pittsburgh fans, about Dolphin fans. Like, you know, and so I understand having a chapter of my brain that is so ideological, so emotional, so irrational that I can't navigate through that calm place where I do in business, in life, in politics, in religion, in family. Like, I can do that. I need to figure out what your ideology is that's beating you up. You're beating yourself up. Your entire tone and demeanor is you're shitting on yourself when you don't need to.
Right. Yeah.
Tim, you don't need to. We need to figure out whose opinions you value. Outside affirmation. Did you grow up the kind of kid that, like, gave a shit about what other kids in high school thought about you? Like, or you know, what were you saying, brother?
I said way too much. I was agreeing with what you said. I still think about that shit. I was relating myself to the last dude you were talking about, doing the fake me. Man, I've been doing that since middle school. You know what I mean? So it's just
who's the fake you and who's the real you?
That.
Give me a little something. Let's play with it for 5 seconds.
Okay.
Who's the fake? Give me a fake you, couple bullets, and give me the real you, couple bullets.
Fake me is probably really quiet, sitting at the bar, not doing much, not talking to many people. Kind of a bit of an introvert, you know. Always been that. I guess that stemmed from high school, not really wanting to, like, not being able to
put yourself out there.
Yeah, just never was that good. Like this, I'm terrified right now. There's way too many people.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
I appreciate it. So it's
that's fake you.
Yeah, that's fake me. Real me, I love talking to people. I want to be around. I mean, that pretty much what you described being at a football game is me at a hockey game when we're playing the stupid Penguins. So,
Have you thought about starting a Lightning podcast?
No, never thought of that.
Have you ever made Lightning content for an Instagram account or something?
I've never really been much of a social media person. One time I really started posting on social media was when Trump was getting elected, and I actually got a lot of shit for it. I'm sorry.
Understood. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. But it'd be interesting. I've been playing hockey for about 20 years now, so it's not.
My intuition, seeing this show many times before, the interest guides you into the light.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people struggling with a lot of stuff. And Star Trek or garage sailing or the Tampa Bay Lightning or, has taken them into a place. One hot take is I think you should start a media empire, your little own media empire around hockey and Tampa Bay Lightning culture. All of a sudden, let me explain how it works out. You start this TikTok account, which is one of the places I go immediately. You start this Instagram account. You start a podcast, you call it Lightning Sam, right? Or some clever name, right? Bro, you will find your 11 hardcore Lightning fans in 5 minutes. All of a sudden, those are the guys and gals you're going to the bar with. Those are guys you're meeting at the parking lot. Those are the guys and gals you're meeting up on Zoom in 3 weeks. In 3 weeks. By using the right hashtags, by writing the right post about the goalie, by reminiscing about the Stanley Cup run. In 3 weeks, you've got 9 new friends who fucking love the thing you love the most. I can talk Jets football in my Jets drive with my friends and family 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
I think your great love is what's going to pull you out.
Okay. Yeah, that was what I had found with my job that I just got, and I love beer. Who doesn't, right? And I had gotten into a brewery. It was just grunt work, cleaning kegs, and
but you loved it.
I loved it, man. I hated serving tables. God, I hated being a server. And so
Listen to me.
Yeah.
The Lightning.
Do it. I think that's an awesome idea. I've honestly been thinking about doing a podcast or something. I just didn't know if anybody wanted to listen to my bullshit.
Definitely, there's definitely this tiny, incredibly passionate group of Lightning fans that 100% want to.
Yeah. I mean,
guess what else? You DMing on Instagram now, former players from the Stanley Cup team, 14 of them want to be on the podcast because this, hockey players don't get that at bat like that.
That's true.
A third line right winger on the fucking chip on that team is not fucking known. But you know who he is.
Yeah.
I know who Stefan Matteau is from 1994 Rangers life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I know who Doug Wade is. I know Tony Granato. I know Mike Gardner. I know my Rangers that maybe a lot of people wouldn't know from my era. So punchline is your passion will pull you the fuck out. Your passion will pull you out. I'm telling you, go all in, create a Twitter, a TikTok, an Instagram, and start a YouTube podcast thing and just fucking go. I'm sure you have 1 or 2 friends that like the Lightning as well, right?
Yeah, totally. I mean,
just have them on the fucking first show. What's your favorite Lightning story? What was your favorite? Did you ever cry? What was the worst moment, best moment? When we come back, what do you think about this? Just fucking go. Just get immersed in making content about the Lightning. Go find videos on YouTube, clip them, post on your Instagram, write something. I remember this play. I was 13. I fucking punched a hole in the wall. Whatever.
Okay.
Just immerse yourself in your passion because if you make $65,000 a year selling hoodies and having appearance fees doing that, you'll be the happiest fucking boy on earth.
That'd be something I'd want to do too.
Do it, Sam. I love you, brother. Good luck.
Man, thank you again.
You're welcome, man. Keep watching, Sam. Keep listening to the positivity and the practicality. Let me pump in your fucking ears for a couple years here. I'll fucking pull you out, brother. I promise.
About it. Thank you, Gary.
You're welcome, bro. Whew. Getting deep here on Tea with Gary B. Amara, how are you?
Hi, Gary. How are you?
I'm well.
such a huge I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I'm a huge fan. I'm probably the only Pakistani American mom who's a WWE fan that you'll ever meet. I wanted to ask you a question, a little bit background about me. I was a stay-at-home mom for a bunch of years. I started my own blog about couponing and how to save money, mostly for moms. Every mom was learning how to save money and learn how to basically, get diapers and baby clothes for cheap. I did that for a couple of years. I worked full-time for a couple of years. My kids are a little bit older now. And I accidentally started a business last summer. So my uncle went for the pilgrimage to Mecca, to Hajj. And when he did that, for a gift for him when he came back was I made him a flower garland. And this is like an old school Pakistani tradition. And I made these